Can you guys hear me okay without the mic right now?
Yes.
Good, because I need to get up and move a little bit. I'm not going to go real fast. I'm a bullet point guy. I want to ask you guys one question. How many of you guys came in here and really didn't know a whole lot about social media? What is social media? What is new media? Right? Most of you guys? Some of you? How many of you have a Facebook page or Twitter feed or live journal, a journal where you write stuff down on your own? How many of you guys have something like that? That you do just for yourself? Most of you? Congratulations, you're all on social media. Whether you know it or not. Two things you need to know about social media. Number one, you already know how to do it. Already. If you are on Facebook doing Facebook updates, talking to your friends and neighbors, trading information, congratulations, you do what I do every day. I do it about something different. You already know how to do it. Number two, if you don't think you know how to do it, and you really have to have rules, I'll give you two. These are my two rules for social media. If you remember them, you will never ever go wrong. Rule number one, be useful. Be useful. No matter what, you can be a little useful or a lot useful, but there is no way to know if what you tell someone on a Twitter feed is something that they didn't know that they have been looking for forever. Might be something as simple as someone's looking for some information, you happen to have a link, and you send them that link. Well, goodness, you might have saved them a half-hour of work. That's useful. They'll remember you. Second thing is, and I'll tell you something about being useful, it doesn't have to be all that big and important. I don't know. What's in my lunch? I need apples. But here's a gentleman who looks like he likes apples. He might like apples, he might not, he might give it to somebody else. But now, he's going to remember coming to a conference and a guy giving him an apple.
Yes.
He's going to remember that, man. Would you like a cookie?
I would love one.
It's up to her. If she wants to be useful. Here's the second rule. First rule, don't be useful. Second rule, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. You've seen that person that always seems to get into flame wars with people. They're always argumentative. No matter what they say, they're always argumentative. They always want to contend about something, especially in politics. They're always politics. If you see them at 10 o'clock on the Twitter feed in the morning, it's politics. Midnight, it's everything. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. We don't like that guy. We hate that guy. We want to be the guy that occasionally tells a joke, that gets involved in a goofy hashtag game, that sends a silly link on their Facebook page. Do you always want to see people who are contentious and always in your face? That person that no matter what you say, they're always going to critique something about it? Don't be that guy. You don't have to. You can. It's easy. Right? It's really easy. Just don't do it. Be useful. Don't be a jerk. Those are my rules. That's what I do every single day. I have 3 years on Twitter. I have almost 5,400 followers on Twitter. I still don't know why. I'm not that interesting. I've had a blog for almost 8 years. People still read it. I've had a podcast for 2 years last month. I had almost 14,000 downloads a month. I'm not that interesting. But people like what I have to say. And they will like what you have to say. Here's my third thing, and it's kind of a side rule. See what I did with the cookie and the apple?
Yes.
Be you. You are interesting. How many of you people don't think you're particularly interesting? You think, I'm not all that interesting. All right, admit it. More of you than wanted to raise your hands, right? Okay? Now let me ask you this. Of those people who thought they were interesting, you're good. I don't need to talk to you here. Of those people, you said, I'm not all that interesting. How many of you are married? At least one person thinks you're interesting, I would hope. You don't think you're interesting, but you're wearing a U.S. Air Force retired hat. I guarantee you we could sit down at dinner and you would tell me stories that would knock me out. I know you would. I know you don't think so, but that's okay.
Intelligence.
Oh, military intelligence, there's no way you'd have interesting stories about that. No way. Everybody's interesting to somebody. The way you're going to find out who you're interesting to, put yourself out there a little bit. The people who think you're interesting, they'll find you. It's that easy. Yeah?